Ladies and gentlemen, in this vast, chaotic, and beautifully complex world, the greatest journey you will ever undertake is not across oceans or through mountains. It is the journey within. It is the relentless, awe-inspiring quest to discover who you truly are. From the moment you entered this life, the world began its attempts to define you. You were handed labels: son, daughter, friend, professional. You were told what to believe, how to behave, and even what to dream. But here's the truth: none of these definitions can hold a candle to the extraordinary truth that lies within you. You are not your failures nor your successes. You are not the opinions of others, nor the expectations placed upon you. You are something far greater. Yet the most powerful gift you have is also the most elusive to grasp: the ability to define yourself. Finding out who you are demands courage. It requires you to face fears, to challenge the lies you've been told about your limitations, and to unearth the truths that lie buried under years of conditioning. It's not easy. You will stumble. You will question. But in that struggle, something extraordinary happens. You become free. You see, discovering who you are is not a passive process. It's an act of creation. It is you stepping into the role of the sculptor, chipping away at the marble of doubt, fear, and conformity to reveal the masterpiece that was always there. It is you standing in your own power and declaring, "This is me." And what happens when you do? Life transforms. Decisions become clearer. Relationships become richer. Challenges become opportunities. When you know who you are, you no longer need to seek approval or permission. You walk with purpose. You live authentically. So I urge you, don't settle for being a reflection of others' expectations. Don't let the noise of the world drown out the voice within you. Take the time to listen to yourself, to understand your passions, your strengths, your values. Take the time to ask, what do I believe? What do I love? What do I stand for? When you commit to this journey, you will find that the answers have been there all along. You were not born to live as a shadow. You were born to shine, to create, and to be unapologetically yourself. Take one step toward finding out who you are. Because when you do, the world doesn't just change around you, it transforms because of you. The greatest journey you'll ever take isn't measured in miles or destinations, but in self-reflection and understanding. It's about venturing deep within to uncover truths you didn't know existed. This journey may not be glamorous, but it's transformative. It requires patience, persistence, and an openness to change. The more you explore, the closer you come to uncovering the real you. When you understand who you are, every decision gains clarity and purpose. The guesswork of life diminishes because your choices align with your core values. You stop living reactively and begin living intentionally. Knowing yourself sets the foundation for fulfillment and meaning. It's not just about existing, it's about thriving authentically. Labels given by others are like shadows, they're not your essence. They're fleeting and subject to change, unlike the unshakable truth of who you are. It's easy to get trapped in those definitions, but they limit you. Break free from the need to fit into molds that were never meant for you. You are a limitless being, far beyond any box society creates. To truly know yourself, you must embrace honesty about your fears, desires, and flaws. It's not an easy path because it requires facing uncomfortable truths, but in that vulnerability you find incredible strength and growth. Courage isn't the absence of fear, it's moving forward despite it. Self-discovery is a warrior's journey, not a passive pursuit. Growth often comes from discomfort, moments that challenge what you believe about yourself. These moments may feel painful, but they hold a mirror to your potential. Lean into them instead of resisting their signposts on your journey. Every challenge carries a lesson, and every lesson leads you closer to yourself. In struggle, you often find the clarity you didn't know you needed. Failure doesn't define you, it refines you. Each stumble teaches you about resilience and courage. You are not the mistakes you make, but the wisdom you gain from them. Let failure be a stepping stone rather than a barrier. When you embrace it, you'll see it as a crucial part of your self-discovery journey. Success is an achievement, but it's not your identity. The accolades and applause you receive are fleeting and external. Your value lies not in what you accomplish, but in who you are becoming. Define success on your terms, guided by your unique path. True fulfillment comes when your success aligns with your authentic self. Being authentic is a superpower in a world that pressures conformity. It's the courage to embrace your quirks, flaws, and uniqueness. When you live authentically, you radiate confidence and purpose. People are drawn to those who live unapologetically as themselves. Your authenticity is the key to unlocking your fullest potential. You don't stumble upon your identity, you actively shape it. Every decision, belief, and action contributes to who you become. You're not a passive participant in your life, you're its architect. Craft your identity with intention based on your truth and values. When you do, you live a life of meaning, not mediocrity. Your past does not hold the power to define your future. You are not bound by the mistakes or circumstances you've experienced. Every new day offers an opportunity to rewrite your story. The person you are today can be entirely different from who you were yesterday. Embrace your ability to choose who you want to be right now. True strength lies in vulnerability and self-acceptance. When you acknowledge your imperfections, you become unshakable. You are no longer hiding or pretending, you're standing in your truth. This strength isn't loud or forceful, it's quiet and undeniable. Owning who you are is the ultimate display of inner power. Strength is not found in suppressing who you are, but in revealing it. To show up fully as yourself, flaws and all, is an act of bravery. It means rejecting the masks you've been told to wear. Your raw, unfiltered self is where your power resides. The world respects those who embrace their truth without apology. Confidence flows naturally when you live authentically. There's no need to prove or explain yourself when you know who you are. This self-assuredness leads to bold actions and transformative decisions. Others sense your confidence and are inspired by it. Authenticity is the foundation of unshakable belief in yourself. Life will test you, but you are capable of more than you imagine. Challenges reveal strengths you didn't know you had. Each trial is an opportunity to grow into a stronger, wiser version of yourself. You are not fragile, you are resilient. When you embrace this truth, obstacles become stepping stones to greatness. When you understand your identity, external circumstances lose their power over you. You remain grounded even in the face of chaos or uncertainty. Knowing yourself creates a calm confidence that no storm can shake. Your core becomes a compass, guiding you through every challenge. With this clarity, you navigate life with purpose and peace. Purpose is not handed to you, it's uncovered through self-reflection and exploration. It requires digging deep into what lights you up and what matters most. Your purpose is unique to you, no one else can define it. Aligning with your purpose transforms life from ordinary to extraordinary. It's the reason you get up every morning with determination. When you live as your authentic self, your purpose becomes clear. The masks you wear only obscure the path you're meant to take. True alignment happens when your actions reflect your inner truth. Purpose is not a distant goal, but a way of living daily. It begins the moment you decide to live authentically. Your passions aren't random, they're clues to your true self. They point to what fulfills you and where your talents lie. Don't dismiss them as trivial, they hold the key to your purpose. Exploring your passions leads you to discover what you're uniquely meant to do. Trust them to guide you toward a meaningful life. Your values are the compass that guides you toward your purpose. When your actions align with these values, life feels harmonious. Misalignment causes friction, stress, and dissatisfaction. Take the time to identify what truly matters to you. Living by these principles ensures that your purpose is deeply fulfilling. By embracing your true self, you inspire others to do the same. Your courage to live authentically creates ripples that impact everyone around you. People are drawn to authenticity because it's rare and refreshing. Your journey of self-discovery isn't just for you, it's a gift to the world. Be the example that others need to see. Asking, "Who am I?" is the beginning of profound transformation. It opens doors to self-awareness, growth, and clarity. This question challenges you to strip away the superficial and uncover the truth. The answers may not come immediately, but the journey is worth it. Every step you take toward self-understanding is a step toward freedom. Growth is a process of unlearning as much as it is learning. You must shed the beliefs and narratives that no longer serve you. These outdated ideas act as chains, binding you to a smaller version of yourself. By letting go, you create space for new insights and possibilities. True growth happens when you embrace change and step into the unknown. Struggles often hold the most valuable lessons about who you are. In the midst of difficulty, you find resilience and inner strength. These challenges act as mirrors, reflecting both your limitations and your potential. Leaning into adversity reveals your capacity for adaptation and growth. Each trial you face is an opportunity to redefine and rediscover yourself. Failure can feel final, but it's actually the beginning of something greater. It's a teacher that offers lessons no success can provide. Embracing failure helps you understand that it's not the end of the road, just a detour. You gain wisdom and clarity from every stumble you endure. Failure doesn't close doors, it opens new paths to self-discovery. Doubt is the voice that whispers limits where none exist. It challenges your confidence and makes you question your worth. Yet doubt also holds the potential to push you toward clarity and action. Confronting it head-on allows you to distinguish fear from reality. Each time you silence doubt, you strengthen the foundation of your self-belief. The voice within is your truest guide, but it's often drowned out by the noise of the world. Trusting it requires stillness, patience, and faith in yourself. When you listen closely, it reveals the direction that aligns with your soul. Others may not understand or agree, but your inner compass is uniquely yours. Following it is the ultimate act of self-respect. Opinions from others can feel heavy, but they are not your truth. People view you through the lens of their experiences, not yours. Seeking approval only leads to dissatisfaction and inauthenticity. Release the need to be understood by everyone and focus on understanding yourself. True freedom comes when you stop living for others and start living for yourself. Fear often stands at the gateway to your most profound revelations. It signals areas where you need growth and where your courage is needed most. By stepping toward what scares you, you unlock hidden strengths and potential. Fear is not an enemy, it's a guide pointing you toward your next transformation. When you embrace it, you expand the boundaries of who you are. Permission to pursue your path doesn't come from others, it comes from within. Waiting for validation keeps you stuck in hesitation and doubt. You hold the power to decide, act, and create the life you want. Trust yourself enough to take the leap, even if no one else understands. The only approval you need is your own. Knowing who you are is only meaningful if you act on it. Self-awareness without action is like a map without a journey. Each step you take toward your authentic self brings you closer to fulfillment. Action turns understanding into transformation, creating the life you're meant to live. Don't just think about who you are, live it. The first step is often the hardest because it requires faith in yourself. You may not have all the answers, but action breeds clarity. Each small move forward illuminates the next step on your path. Hesitation only keeps you stuck, while action propels you toward growth. Progress begins the moment you decide to start. Authenticity is not a one-time decision, it's a daily practice. Every choice you make either aligns with your truth or pulls you away from it. Staying authentic requires constant self-reflection and courage. It's a commitment to being honest with yourself and the world. Over time, this practice becomes second nature, guiding you toward a meaningful life. Clarity doesn't come from waiting, it comes from doing. Sitting still in search of perfect answers often leads to stagnation. Taking action, even without certainty, reveals the path forward. The more you engage with life, the clearer your direction becomes. Move boldly, trusting that clarity will meet you along the way. When your actions are rooted in your truth, they carry immense power. Each decision you make from an authentic place builds confidence and momentum. Over time, these small acts of alignment create a life of purpose and fulfillment. Authenticity is the foundation upon which meaningful actions are built. Your truth is the spark that ignites transformation. Understanding yourself strengthens your relationships with others. You no longer seek validation from them, which fosters genuine connection. Boundaries become clearer, allowing healthier dynamics to emerge. When you know your worth, you invite relationships that respect and honor it. Self-awareness enhances not only your life but the lives of those around you. Validation from others can feel fleeting and unreliable. Depending on it creates a cycle of insecurity and inauthenticity. True confidence comes from self-acceptance and knowing your worth. By seeking validation within, you free yourself from the need to prove anything. Your value isn't determined by others, it's defined by you. Boundaries are not walls, they are bridges to healthier relationships. They communicate self-respect and protect your emotional well-being. When you know yourself, setting boundaries becomes an act of love, not rejection. They allow you to show up authentically without losing yourself in others' expectations. Boundaries are the foundation of mutual respect and trust. Living authentically attracts people who align with your true self. The right relationships flourish when you show up without pretenses. Pretending to be someone else only brings connections that feel hollow. When you embrace who you are, you draw those who truly value you. Authenticity creates bonds that are genuine and enduring. Your uniqueness is magnetic, drawing the people and opportunities meant for you. Trying to fit into someone else's mold only diminishes your light. By being yourself, you create space for connections that truly resonate. The world celebrates individuality, not imitation. Your authentic self will always find its place in people. Conformity may feel safe, but it limits your potential. Authenticity is freedom, the freedom to live without masks or apologies. It's the courage to stand out and embrace your differences. When you live authentically, you reclaim the power that conformity strips away. The world needs your unique voice, not another echo. You weren't created to fit into anyone's expectations. The world thrives on diversity, and your individuality is part of its beauty. Embracing your truth allows you to contribute in ways only you can. When you honor your uniqueness, you inspire others to do the same. The world becomes richer when you show up as your true self. Pretending to be someone else drains your energy and diminishes your joy. Authenticity, on the other hand, is liberating and empowering. It allows you to connect with others from a place of truth. When you stop performing, you start living. There's nothing more fulfilling than being unapologetically yourself. You don't have to be perfect to be enough. Your worth isn't tied to achievements, appearances, or external approval. It's rooted in the simple truth of your existence. Embracing your imperfections makes you relatable and human. Remember, you are enough exactly as you are. When you live authentically, the world adjusts to your truth. People begin to see you for who you really are and respect your boundaries. Opportunities align with your genuine self, not a fabricated version. Authenticity sets the tone for how others treat you and what you attract. By being yourself, you create a life that feels right. Personal transformation begins with understanding who you are. You can't change the world if you don't first align with your truth. Self-awareness is the foundation upon which lasting change is built. When you transform internally, your external reality naturally follows. Your inner growth has a ripple effect on everything around you. Self-discovery isn't a luxury, it's a necessity for empowerment. Knowing yourself gives you the tools to navigate life's challenges with confidence. It's the key to unlocking your potential and living intentionally. Without self-awareness, you're a passenger in your own life. With it, you take the driver's seat and steer toward your purpose. The journey to finding yourself leaves an indelible mark on the world. Your growth inspires others to pursue their own transformation. By living authentically, you create a legacy that transcends your lifetime. Your courage to be yourself sets an example for future generations. The impact of your self-discovery is far-reaching and profound. When you truly know who you are, limitations lose their power. You become grounded in your truth and unstoppable in your pursuits. Challenges may arise, but they no longer define or deter you. Your self-awareness provides the clarity and strength to overcome anything. You are the master of your destiny when you live authentically. You are the architect of your life, building it with every choice you make. Each decision rooted in your truth shapes the person you become. By defining your identity, you create the foundation for a purposeful and fulfilling future. You have the power to design a life that reflects your deepest values and desires. Your potential is limitless when you live with intention.